Hello, insomniacs, fellow night owls, or maybe you're an overnight driver, maybe security somewhere, or at the plant. Anyone pulled in the graveyard, welcome to the night shift. Hello, listeners and or watchers. Welcome back or welcome to the Night Shift volumes, where I read stories from a Reddit thread that asks what's the creepiest thing that's ever happened on the graveyard shift. So if you're ready, let's begin. So I was working at an oil refinery in India, doing the always fun 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift. And we would do actual work until around 9 every night and then screw around and just make sure everything stays stable. Well, around 2 p.m., the compressor tripped. What the fuck? Great, the whole plant is down. We check and see there was no reason it happened. No high temperature, PDI, vibration, etc. Okay, these things happen every so often. Whatever, let's just get going again. Next night, same thing happens. This goes on for 4 days or so, and we're getting chewed out by Oleg, the sadistic chief who famously berated an unmarried Indian man for being a virgin and would beat people with bamboo sticks. I mean, really excellent human being. But luckily, we were doing commissioning stuff, so losing production wasn't a freakishly huge deal, only a moderately huge deal. If it was Starbucks, it would be the tall pumpkin latte of disasters. You know, delicious, but at least it wasn't Viente. So me and Payush are talking, and we decide to take one of the security cameras and turn it on to the compressor. The compressor trips yet again. We go to the security room and get the guard to let us watch the video. It's boring. It's an oil refinery in India, in the middle of the night. Some lizards are crawling around, a few giant flies go by. Then suddenly, we see a dark figure approaching, maybe 3 feet tall and walking with a hunch. It goes up to the compressor and starts turning some dials and pressing some buttons. The compressor trips and it scats out of the area. Oh, but this was no dark spirit from no sleep. It was a goddamn monkey. My time to shine. I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. at a hospital. It's a small hospital that usually has an entire wing closed at a time. And a lot of the lights are turned off at night, except for some of the unit lights and the main hallways. That being said, people die there pretty often, as it is a hospital. And I was sitting in the ICU watching heart monitors one night, and all of a sudden room 10's monitor switched on. Now, there's nobody in room 10, so that kind of spooked me, being the only way to activate it is to be in the room or by me at the desk. Thinking it must be the janitor cleaning, I disregarded it and switched it back to standby. And almost about an hour later, it switched on again. Now, I knew it wasn't the janitor because I had just walked past the room a minute earlier from getting a drink, so this time I get up to go check it out. I walk down the hallway and get to room 10. The door was closed, and I could tell the lights were off in the room. I open the door, and nobody's in the room. As I went to turn the monitor off, the door closed behind me. It scared the shit out of me, and I felt like someone was standing right next to me. I turn the monitor off, and I leave the room. I asked my coworkers who'd been there longer if they'd ever had anything weird happen. Most said no, but 2 of them said they've seen a ghost sitting on the bed in room 10. I didn't believe in ghosts because I'd never seen one, but I'm definitely a little spooked by room 10. I've heard stories from Jason, and he states I used to work in a warehouse that was really a grass seed factory where we stored, cleaned, bagged all of the seed that we brought in. For a while, I was working the late shift, 3 p.m. to 1 a.m., and I gotta say, when you're really out in the middle of nowhere, farmland for literally miles around, and not only does it get dark, but everything can suddenly start getting really quiet really quick. Just the whole darkness and quiet can really be kind of creepy, and it can definitely make you check behind yourself more than a few times. Definitely hurried to my car once or twice after shutting everything down, and the quiet was literally deafening after 10 hours of constant noise. Our last one for tonight is submitted by The Juice, Jooce, and they say, I used to work in a hospital in the IT department, and we did a number of overnight rollouts as well as on-call work, response when issues occurred overnight. Many weird things happened and appeared to happen. The thing that struck me as oddest was when I saw the coroner running at full speed down the corridor in the opposite direction towards the morgue. This guy, an older guy in his 50s or so, was going at full speed. I had never seen him above an amble before, but this time he was really going for it. And as he got close to me, he yelled, "Out of my way, I got another live one." I'm not sure what was more disturbing, the fact that he was dealing with what I could only assume was a dead body that now appeared to be alive, or the fact that he said, "another." As always, thank you for listening, and have a great night at work.